All right, we're here again with Mike Clark, head football coach at Bridgewater College. Coach, you went into Greensboro, looking for a rebound. It was a bit of a slow start. I think 4 turnovers before the team was able to get on the board, but good run, 17 points in the last 6 minutes of the first half, made some big plays there. You talk about that game and sort of how it progressed throughout the 60 minutes.
Well, I think we were a team that needed a win, and anytime a team's struggling, sometimes those first wins aren't real pretty. I do think our defense really stepped up in the first half, with us giving up opportunities to put points on the board, and then also, putting them with 2 of the turnovers in compromised position, giving Greensboro the ball on our side of the 30. I thought for our defense to step up and shut them out in a half where they were playing against 2 offenses was a pretty good effort. I think as the game progressed, it was one of those games that was never in the doubt. I don't think the outcome was in doubt after Tyler Moneymaker really made a great play down the stretch right there to take it 17-0 at the half, but it kind of had that dentist office visit mentality to it. We were just kind of grinding it out there at the end. There are positives. I think we were able to show we got a little bit more better production in our running game. We went to some of our up-tempo stuff. We had something at the end of the game. We thought, hey, we could hang our hat on offensively. I think defensively our kids tackled better. It still wasn't perfect. And, take away explosion plays. I mean, there were really 2 big plays that allowed them to score on our first group, and then they picked up a touchdown, late in the game when we were playing our young kids. But there's positives, but we're far from being a good football team, and we've got another week to try to get this thing figured out and corrected and make sure we got all the people in the right position before we begin conference play.
Well, it did look like you got some good contributions from freshmen, 84 receiving yards from Aaron David Beitelman, Muhammad Khan, and Roger White on the defensive side. You just talk about your younger players a little bit and some of the performances.
I'm probably talking about too many younger players. When we sat down, we took 69 players down there. We played 67, and we had 13 freshmen played. Played significant time in the game. And but that being said, it's a talented group, and I think the idea if they can, physically hold up, that's always difficult for freshmen, and then also be mature enough to embrace kind of the mental aspect that comes with being a college football player. They're not playing, I'm not doing social work by playing them. They're playing because right now we need them. The injury bug, which kind of comes in waves, has hit us. We had 5 guys that started against Gettysburg that did not play, down there at Greensboro, and I don't know how many of those kids are going to get back this week. So you play the cards you dealt, and we had to learn off of a win, and sometimes that's even a little harder than teaching off a loss.
Well, for the second straight week, you're also playing a young team. It looks like an Apprentice. That's Saturday night here behind us at Jobson Field. A team that's certainly struggled to score points. Recently broke a scoreless streak of over 120 minutes. But you said you were impressed defensively with how they held up in week 1.
They attack you, and certainly they're going to look at us from an offensive point of view and say, hey, we got to just get after these guys. We got to just attack. They're going to blitz 70% of the time. Even when they run on the road last week against Hartwick up in New York, it was explosion plays, and then Hartwick had 2 defensive scores, and so they had to overcome those, and they weren't able to. But I do think it's probably a challenge that we need on the offensive side of the ball, to get big physical people. If you review our game down there last year, they handled us physically from a defensive point of view. We had a defensive score, and we had a couple big plays that we were able to stretch them when we were on the road. And I think we got to do a couple things. We got to play well early on the offensive side of the ball. You're right. They've kind of got into a pound and ground offense. We got to try to make that offense play from behind, and we really need that team effort, because we got facing it after this. We've got 3 big ODAC games. Probably every team we play as we open the conference will be undefeated when we get them, and we got a lot of work to do to reach our long-term goals. And my hope is that it's a family weekend. It's always a great weekend here, and we just get to be part of a Bridgewater celebration and try to make it a win on Saturday night.
And you have the bye week after this. Does that change the schedule at all for the team or the coaches this weekend, or is it also the same business as usual?
It's business. We got a JV game on Sunday. We're going to take the younger group that doesn't dress out on Saturday night and go up to Shenandoah and play. But candidly, when we take that bye week, this is a team that needs to work, regardless of what happens here on Saturday, and that's going to give us extra time for our Shenandoah game prep. And that's going to be, and I'm 2 games ahead. I shouldn't be talking like that, but the bye week's already been set. Take away some community service and a big team blood drive. We always do Monday of our open date. this is a group that's going to need to work on it, and hopefully we'll have good work here on Saturday night that we're going to be able to build on. You're going to go into a bye week one way or the other. You're going to go in there with momentum, or you're going to go in there limping, and we need to go in there with some momentum.
All right, well, like you mentioned, family weekend. Excited to see all the families here. Had a great crowd despite the weather last time around. If you can't make it, though, check BridgewaterEagles.com. We'll have the video streaming link there, and good luck this weekend.
Well, I hope so, and we had a great family weekend here last time, and it's a good day to be an Eagle, and hopefully we'll be a successful Eagle.
All right, thanks, Coach.